Welcome to the Dray Way. I am so glad you are here. We have a lot to talk about. It is getting crazy, and it's only going to get worse. We're going to talk about it. Don't go anywhere. Welcome to the Dray Way. Let's get started. Let's go. Welcome to the Dray Way. The Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. This is a different style of show today because I think it's warranted. I think where we're heading right now, we're listening to one person, one man, one nearly 80-year-old man that has no economic successful experience in his background at all. I mean, none. He has gone bankrupt numerous times, has failed at numerous businesses over and over and over again. And one man is leading this country into complete and total destruction. And we're literally standing by watching. So far, $9 trillion is gone. $9 trillion. People are looking at their 401ks going, what is going on? And in some cases, people are having to alter their retirement because of how bad things are getting. And we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg because let me tell you something. We have 10 days. We have 10 days before complete and total economic collapse. And I'm not even joking. We simply cannot stay on this path. This path of 100% tariffs to China and China doing it back to us. Do you have any idea what shopping is going to be like in a couple of weeks? Do you have any idea what it's going to be like going out to try to buy anything and how expensive it's going to be? It's unsustainable. It's not something we can even do for a month. This is Nutsville. And this is all because of one man. That's how fragile this all is. This country is that fragile because we've put all this power into one man that has no idea about international trade. Couldn't put what he knows in it. You could put what he knows in a Dixie cup. I mean, he doesn't know anything. And he's not listening to anyone that knows anything. So here we are on a path of destruction. I mean, we're literally on a path and the path just, it's over a cliff. We're just literally watching people go off the cliff and we're supposed to keep walking? Is that what we're supposed to do? Because that's what it feels like. And this is not me being hyperbolic. This is not me just, it's that dire right now. It is that insane right now. The bond market's kind of crashing right now. Mortgage rates today are jumping to what, last I heard, 6.8, heading towards 7. You talk about completely cutting out the housing industry. I mean, after today or tomorrow, it could just be wiped out altogether. People buying a house at 7% interest rates and higher, that's not happening. That's not a thing. And if you saw my show yesterday, I said, buying a house at these rates, at these prices, scam, complete and total scam. But what are we doing? I'll tell you what we're doing. We're walking off the cliff. And there's no one to protect us. The House isn't protecting us. The Senate isn't protecting us. Some people in the House, some Republicans are finally starting to get it. They see Donald Trump trying to pass this spending bill and they're like, no, we're not passing that. That's crazy. That's expensive. That puts us further in debt. Yeah, that's exactly what Donald Trump is going to do. He's going to put us further in debt. And the fact that you guys are looking for leadership from a man that has no idea what he's doing makes no sense. You guys were put in the House and the Senate for a reason. You were put there to look after our interest, the public. And the public is telling you to stop this nonsense. All you got to do is look around, on any individual weekend and see hundreds of thousands of people out in the streets saying, stop this. Stop this nonsense. Why are we listening to an 80-year-old man that walks around playing golf all the time? People are looking at us around the world going, what is wrong with you? Are you nuts? This doesn't make sense to anyone, and it has to stop. It has to stop. And the fact that some of you are such cowards and just won't step up and be like, what are we doing? Why are we following somebody that doesn't have any idea what he's doing? None. Tariffs? 100% on China? What? That makes zero economic sense. Zero. None. Nada. And it's just leading us down a path of total economic destruction. This doesn't have a good outcome. The only good outcome is to go, yeah, we were joking. We're going to stop this right now. We're going to stop this today. That's how dire this is right now. I mean, I don't think you quite understand how bad things are going to look 2 weeks from now. If we don't change this course immediately, I mean, like right now, we can't afford to have this path for 2 weeks. You are talking about a complete economic collapse. Total. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And how does that make sense to anyone? But see, this all goes back to what I say all the time. And this is why this is my last Republican president. This is the last one. This is it. I know what's going to happen. We're now going to see just how bad he's going to make things, and we're going to put a Democrat in the office. And a Democrat's going to have to fix all this. A Democrat's going to fix all this destruction. But you know what's going to happen? After he fixes it, after things are made all better, after he or she fixes it, if we go back again and vote another Republican into office ever again, I don't ever want to see a Republican president in the White House again. Because if there is, I promise you, this isn't a threat. This is a promise. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'll be in the Philippines. I'll be in Costa Rica. I'll be in Mexico. I'll be anywhere but here. And that is because it's just boring. It's tiring. I saw this under Clinton when Clinton had things going beautifully. Did we hand it off over to Gore? No, we handed it off to some idiot named Bush that completely wrecked the economy. And then we had to put Obama in to fix everything. And then instead of putting Hillary in to keep it going, no, we put in a complete moron who burnt it all to the ground. And then we thought we got rid of him by bringing in an old man to settle things down, and we put in a moron again. This is the last time, everybody. This is the last time. Because I promise you, the next time we put a Republican in the White House, I'll be doing this show from anywhere but the United States. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Let me know what you think. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot more to talk about. This is an important Dray Way. Hit the subscribe button. You need to hear everything going on right here on the Dray Way every day. So stay right there. I'll be right back. If you hear the frustration in my voice, I'm frustrated because this whole thing that is happening is going to have a huge effect on real estate. It's going to have a huge effect on the stock market. It's going to have a huge effect on families across the country that are just barely getting by. And they simply cannot afford tariffs. Tariffs is a tax. Tariff is a tax that you and I, we end up paying the tax. We pay it, okay? Because our suppliers have to raise their fees, their expenses, because theirs are getting raised and so it's just, it's a terrible thing to watch happen. It's terrible to watch this happen, and all the damage it's going to do around the country to so many people. And to think that people thought they were voting for lower prices and a better economy, and we're getting just the opposite. And what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks is, in case you haven't noticed, with such uncertainty, oil prices are now crashing. Oil prices, I say crashing because oil was under $60 yesterday, and that benefits no one. Some of you might say, "Oh, well, I can get gas cheaper." Not for very long, no, because production starts to hurt in America, particularly. We're not profitable at $58 oil, $59 oil. We're not making money. Oil production starts to slow, and people start to lose jobs, and that doesn't benefit anyone in the long term. So it's hard to see where we're going to get any benefit out of any of this. And I know some of you are like, well, I'd like to see lower gas prices. Not this way. No, you wouldn't. Because what's going to happen down the road is much, much higher prices. Yeah. Because as oil stays low, more and more companies they can't make a profit. And if they're not making a profit, what's the point of pumping oil? How does that make sense? So the capacity starts to actually shrink, so that when the economy comes back, when we get rid of Trump and the economy comes back to booming again, where do you get the oil? Now there's an oil shortage. Yeah. And now prices soar. There's a cause and effect on everything that we do. And we still haven't recovered from the last time Donald Trump was president. Here we are, less than 3 months into Donald Trump being president, and the damage that is being done is going to be felt for years and years to come. It's about to get really, really bad, folks. And I hope you're prepared, because prices across the country on nearly everything is about to go much, much higher. And people, like I said, are barely getting by now. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to see what you guys got to say in the comments. But don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. So what do you do? How do you prepare for really rough times? Well, like I've said many times, you try to be debt-free. I know I stocked up, for the first time in my life, I stocked up on rice and food and canned goods and stuff like that. I actually did that for the first time in my life, because I'm not one of those that typically worries. But I have to admit, this whole Donald Trump thing has me really worried. It has me worried because he's an idiot. He is an absolute moron. And everybody says that anybody around him says, yeah, he's an idiot. And we are now knee deep into a presidency by an idiot. And who knows what dumb is going to do? I don't know how else to say it. Who knows what dumb is going to do? And this man is dumb, but he's got no worries. The government's paying for him and his golf and everything else. I mean, here we are spending millions of dollars just for him to play golf. Yeah. We got Doge pretending to save money, but he's spending millions of dollars to golf. If somebody can tell me how that makes sense. And in the meantime, federal workers that, need these jobs to survive, yeah, they've just been cut, told we don't need you. Wait till Social Security is affected. If you think Social Security is just going to keep going and things are fine, it takes a lot of work to get all those checks and to make sure everything's done properly. And every day people are filing for Social Security, and it's complicated. And just cutting Social Security staff may seem like a good idea, but some of those people have been in place for 20, 30 years. They are experts at what they know around the Social Security office. And getting rid of those people is just a really, really bad idea. And especially from a person that doesn't need Social Security or doesn't care about Social Security. That's the part I don't like about it the most. Elon Musk and Donald Trump, Social Security, who needs it? Social Security, big deal. But to millions of families, Social Security is a really, really big deal. And we even had one of the Trump administrator, people in the administration, if people missed one check, big deal. If people missed one check, big deal? You clearly don't know how Americans live. You clearly don't understand it. And that's the fear of this administration. You just don't know what dumb will do. You just don't know what dumb will do. And this dumb administration, I just have no faith whatsoever. But what say you? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for joining me on the Dray Way. Another scary Dray Way probably coming up tomorrow. I hate to say it, but I might have some scary news for you tomorrow. So stay right here. Make sure you come back. All the scary news will be right here on the Dray Way. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.